We had a challenge tonight, and that was to be more physical, and that was going to be a lot of work. It was going to be, you know, something that was going to take all five guys, and we know that Minnesota is a bigger team than us. They're a stronger team than us with what we have right now, and the only way to win that physicality battle is to just bring it and outwork them. And unfortunately, we did not do that tonight. So, look, we know where we're at. We know where we got to keep getting better at, and we did some things well tonight, but they had 34 second chance points and 34 points off our turnovers. So, no matter what you do, you're not going to give yourself a very good chance of winning a game when you shoot yourself like that.
Hey, Luke, in that first half, they had still were the aggressor maybe and had controlled the glass, but you had a lead at halftime. Did you see what did you see in the second half aside from what you mentioned about the physicality?
Well, I thought that we should have had a bigger lead in the first half. We gave up 10. We talked about physicality. We gave up 10 second chance points in the first quarter. Like, let's set the tone for the game. How do we do that? We rebound the ball. We are getting stops, guys. We're competing, but it's about finishing off possessions. We talk about it. Every day. We work on it. Uh, Box out fundamentals. We've done the last 2 days knowing we were playing Minnesota. So, uh, then you got to go out there and do it. And we had a lead, and then third quarter they only scored 26 points. Right, so we righted. We fixed our issue for a quarter, and then we talked about it at halftime, and they came out in the third quarter and got 12 second chance points, and they only scored 26 in the quarter. So we're out there playing defense, doing what we do, but you know, um, the message to the guys though, it's good because this is gonna be hard, and we need to become stronger, more mentally disciplined as this season goes. So I have all the faith in the world. Our guys will bounce back from this and continue to go down that path that we're on as far as getting better and playing towards what we want to be at the end of the season. But uh, you know, nothing much different from the first to the second. They pushed us around.
Look, you were only down two going into the fourth. Did they become that much more physical than you guys were? And also, how do you think Rondo played tonight?
Rondo was great. He was great. He was playmaking both ends of the floor. Helping us get organized, getting guys shots, hitting his own shots. He was 3 of 5 from three tonight. He hasn't played in however long it's been. He came in, stepped up, and knocked down some big shots for us. Um, but it didn't. I don't think it got more physical in the fourth. We just we didn't do what we needed to do, and they when we started making mental breaks along with it. We one time we doubled Towns off the cutter, and he just flipped it right to Luol for a layup. That wasn't the scouting report. Another time, we doubled him, and then he just skipped it to the corner. No one rotated to the shooter, and so we actually stayed with someone that we designated as a non-shooter instead of rotating to a shooter in the corner. Um, so we made our own mistakes, but uh, we'll learn from them.
Luke, obviously Kyle was able to play, but I think you talked about some stiffness he was dealing with before the game. Did you feel like that limited him at all tonight?
Yeah, I mean he'll have to answer that, but he didn't look right to me. He didn't look like he was moving right. He truly loves to compete, and I felt like my gut was that he wasn't able to do what he wanted to do, and now he said he felt fine and he could play, but he didn't look like his normal self tonight.
Luke, with Rondo coming back, do you think his presence and kind of taking some of the reins that he's good at might have contributed to the overall turnover amount because the other guys might not have had the rhythm that they've been accustomed to, having more?
No, I think it was more the turnover problem was they went back to physicality again. If you look at the turnovers, JaVale and Zoo had 7 of our turnovers. Those are our centers. They didn't get turnovers from, trying to play make. They got the ball stripped from them. So you go down the line and I'll go back and watch the tape, but I think a lot of them were them just being more physical than us, or us throwing soft passes. But no, I don't think Rondo being back had to do with the high turnovers.
Coach, looks like Beasley is playing better. What do you see for him coming up in the next few months?
Well, he's a terrific scorer, and we've needed scoring lately. So he's done a really nice job, of that. But what else he does a good job of is he can pass the ball. So we always talk about making the extra pass, the right pass, and a lot of times he's been driving the lane and kicking it to shooters for us as well. So he's been good.